Let me begin by saying I'm not a big car guy. Looking back, most of my life choices have been made around being able to ride my bike everywhere I need to go, whether for work or for fun. An unfortunate part of riding bikes for fun is that you can't always ride your bike to the places you want to ride your bike at. Not unless you decide to live that dirtbag permanent bike tour life. With that sad fact in mind, I decided I needed a way to travel with the Omnium where it wasn't crammed up inside of our tiny hatchback. There are a few ways to pull this off, but the main one I was interested in was a roof rack made by OneUp, specifically for tandem bikes, and though the Omnium is no tandem, its long wheelbase needs something like this. The reality of the situation was that the rack was out of stock, and since I always liked playing with Legos and Connects as a kid, I decided to build my own. Luckily, OneUp sells what they call the van tray, which is basically a single-sided ratcheting wheel holder that bolts onto whatever you want. Snagging 2 of these, along with some extruded aluminum, hardware, and rubber strips, I pieced it out and ordered the parts. To save on shipping costs, you can split the length of the aluminum in half and rejoin the pieces with these butt fasteners. A bit of Loctite and they slide right in for you to snug tight. Alright, so far so good. The modular nature of the aluminum means you can mount pretty much anything along its T-slots. So with some T-nuts guided in and some M8 bolts, I attached the van tray on one end of the platform. I did the same on the other side, and oh yeah, forgot to mention, decided on the total length of the rack by adding just a couple inches to the total wheelbase of the bike. And now let's see if this thing even works. Nice. So since the rack platform isn't letting the swing arm fully engage, I'm gonna need some additional hardware. Fortunately, Damn Good sent me these rack hinges to try out. They come with a nice install guide and make tucking the rack out of the way a breeze. I know Omnium is working on their own quick release hinges, but I haven't been able to put my hands on them, so I can't speak to which is better. I can say the Damn Good hinges are exactly that. They're high quality, precision hardware that feel good to hold and leave no doubt I can still load up the rack with whatever I need to haul. I'll leave a link in the video description thingy below. I used the kid seat adapter for my Omnium, so I attached that between the hinges and the rack first, and then, using a stool, align the hinges to the frame mounts. This can be a little tricky, so I suggest test fitting everything before fully wrenching. Hell yeah, we now have a fully functioning rack. And yeah, at this point the cargo rack's hitting the steering rod, but don't worry, I reinstalled it the correct way later off camera. Now to mount the rig to the dang car. Making sure the back door wouldn't interfere and eyeballing the alignment of the rig to the chassis of the car, I began by using the sunroof to help install the front brackets. I padded up the crossbars with super adhesive rubber tape to make up for the spacing in the brackets I'll be using. Yeah, it's not the fanciest or most pro way to do it, but I didn't want to pony up for new crossbars either. Though there might be better options, these are the brackets I landed on. The handle brackets attached with some more T-nuts in the aluminum, and with a bit more Loctite and some tight finger maneuvers for the back of the rack, I was able to finally load it up and go for a test drive. What was once a pain in the butt process of taking both wheels off, removing the extender bar, putting the back seats down, and laying the bike on its side, is now a 25-second leg and arm workout lifting a cargo bike above my head. In hindsight, I'm glad I got the tie frame and built these carbon wheels. Like most of my projects, this will probably get updated and reworked at some point, since I'm not always fully stoked with them until they're good enough. All said and done, would it have been worth it to get the official OneUp rack? Yeah, maybe, but I like fucking around with shit, so this was an overall fun and cool project. And as far as stability goes while driving, it shakes a little, and I think I'll use voilier or ratchet straps to further secure it for longer hauls, but I have no doubts it'll hold, even on chunky roads. that's pretty much everything. I hope you enjoyed the process, and if anything, found some value in viewing. Thanks for checking it out, thanks for the taps, clicks, and swipes, and if you like the stuff I make, I'll be leaving a link below that helps me keep making it. See you in the next one.